Hey guys, Ken Stevens here, founder of Ladies First Self-Defense. FIRST is an acronym for Female Immediate Response Survival Training. Just recently on Facebook, there's been a video going around, and yes, I'm going to call this self-proclaimed expert out by name. Her name is Gabrielle Rubin, R-U-B-I-N. She's an expert in self-defense, and she was trying to address a question that she says was very serious. She says that she gets the question, what do I do if I'm on my back and somebody's sitting on top of me, pinning my hands to the ground? She says, after dancing around the question for a bit, that all you have to do is wiggle your hips. And this is a quote, and this is exactly what she did, so you can look it up. I'll send you a link to it if you like. Wiggle your hips, because the bones in your hips are going to attack the groin of the person on top of you. This person's never been in a fight ever in her life, I guarantee it, because the principles that she's talking about will not work. Then she says, if you wiggle your hips enough, there's a good chance that you might make the person fall off to the side and they'll let go of one of your hands, and then you can strike. But the question is, who can strike more effectively? The person on top or the person on the bottom? It's the person on top. And if you strike me when you're on the bottom, you're not going to save yourself. You're not going to improve your position. So, as promised, I'm going to provide you with a video that gives you a better option. I'm here with Sarah, my student and friend, and we're going to talk about some of the principles of this technique, and we're going to dismiss some of the myths that Miss Rubin was disseminating. Number one, let's talk about balance. When I'm on a 4-point balance, it's very difficult to move me. I have both hands on the ground, both knees on the ground. They're spaced away so that no matter which way you go, you're going into one of my points of balance. That's one of the things that we're going to have to defeat in this position in order to improve her position. So how do we do that? Here I am in the top mount position, holding Sarah's hands stuck to the floor. Action is always faster than reaction, right? It's kind of hard to defend something that you don't know is coming. So first, she wants to take away my balance slightly. So while I'm holding onto her wrists, she drives her elbows to my knees. She just brought my hands from a very balanced position to a less balanced position. Now that my hands are right by my knees, she's going to lift her hips as high as she can, because now, in order for me not to fall on my face, which nobody's going to do, I have to put my hands on the floor, which means I have to let go of her wrists. So one more time. We're here, she brings her elbows in, she lifts her hips, boom! As soon as my hands hit the floor, that's her opportunity to move. She's going to trap one of my arms, and then she's going to lift her hips again, make me fall forward, and then make me fall over. So, once she brings my hands in, she lifts her hips up, my hands go forward, she traps. You would think at this point, all she has to do is rotate. What she's going to do if she rotates at this point is rotate into this knee, which means I'm going to be able to resist her. So instead of rotating into this knee, she's going to make me go forward first, and then I will collapse onto the trap side. Make sense? If you cut the leg off of a table and push it forward, it will collapse onto the trap side. So here we go. She's got her wrists trapped, elbows come in, hips go up, traps my arm, and then up and over. Looks pretty easy. I weigh 185 pounds. She's not lifting 185 pounds. She's changing the weight distribution of 185 pounds. My knees are on the floor. The floor is supporting my weight. She's just making me fall forward and off to the side. One more time. Elbows in, hips up, trap. As opposed to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So let's talk about that. Gabrielle Rubin says, wiggle your hips. That's all you have to do, because the bones in your hips are going to attack my groin. Wiggle your hips. No, really try to hurt me. Do I look like this matters? It's ridiculous. This woman has never, ever been in a fight in her life. I can guarantee it. So, dismiss the myth. If you want to get somebody off of you when they're holding onto your wrist, you have to disrupt their balance, trap an arm, and then roll them off of you. This is Ken Stevens and Sarah. Ladies First Self-Defense. Thank you very much. Be safe.